Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to your reading for your monthly predictions for all 12 signs for the month of July. Super excited to get into this. So before we get in, these are your cards, the decks that I'm going to be using. We're going to go with a tarot card and an oracle card in today's readings. Remember that these are general readings, okay? I am connecting to the collective, so do take what resonates, leave what doesn't, or be open to the messages as well that come through. And yeah, check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, whichever one resonates with you, or you could check out all of them as well. You could check out your Venus for love messages or what you're manifesting or what's coming in. And you can check your moon for your inner self, your emotions, your internal world. And you can check your sun for the happenings in your life to do with yourself, to do with your own being. You can check your rising for more accurate predictions. And yeah, just overall what's happening with you spiritually as well. So we can get right in, super duper excited. We're going to start off with Aries. So Aries, your predictions for the month of July here. You have the King of Cups and you have you're very close to achieving your goal. This is beautiful, Aries, because this month of July here, there's a lot of emotional balance. There's a lot of balance to do with your goals. There's a lot of growth as well. This is the gibbous moon. This is when it's growing. This is when it's filling up, right? So your emotions and your enthusiasm and your connection to your path is growing this month in July. Aries, and there is a lot of I'm noticing as well that the moon phases are almost the same. I'm not sure if that's a full moon, but it's looking gibbous moon is closer to the full moon anyway, so something is filling up, something is reaching a completion and reaching fruition for you, Aries, especially to do with emotions. There's something that you've been doing that you've been working on your emotional self, you've been working on your spiritual self as well, that is really growing, that is coming to fruition. It's coming, like, accumulating and growing as well, right? You're very close to achieving your goal this month, Aries. It may just be 1 or 2 more months that you have to keep pushing through to get to your goals, but this is looking really, really good. It's looking really positive. This represents a manifestation that you've really been wishing for, that's really, really emotionally connected to you, that you're really passionate about, that will come to fruition, that will manifest, right? It's kind of like through this cloudiness, you get to see the light illuminating through. There's something that you're also going to be accepting and forgiving this month, Aries. There's something that you're moving on from. There's something that you have reached a conclusion with, that you have sort of like reached some sort of emotional balance towards, and just a sense of calm and peace in your being in this month of July, Aries. So that's looking really great. Thank you so much, Aries, and be sure to subscribe and stuff, all that stuff, and do like and everything. Thank you. Taurus, you have for the month of July the 3 of Pentacles, and the energy is gaining momentum. This is a waxing moon. This is great because this really talks about that the progress that you're putting into your work, the efforts that you're putting into your goals this month of July, Taurus, is going to grow, is going to reach fruition. The energy is gaining momentum. The more work and consistency that you put into something this month, the more it will grow, the more it will start to come to fruition, the more it will start to be illuminated, and you'll start to see the progress. You'll start to see the hard work, the hard work paying off. This talks about short-term goals as well. So this month of July, Taurus, make sure that you're setting some short-term goals. It also talks about partnerships. If you have to get some help, this talks about putting in the consistent work. The month of July for you, Taurus, really talks about putting in the effort and the work and the consistency, because it will grow. Where you put your energy is where, what's that saying? Something about energy flow, where attention goes, energy flows, or something like that, right? So where you're putting your attention is where the energy will flow. Where you're putting your attention this month is what will grow for you, Taurus, right? There's a lot of hitting like the short milestones, and those short milestones that you will hit this month, Taurus, there may be one little bit of a major one that really pushes your progress forward, that really gets you into the habit of doing something consistently that will reach success and fruition. You have to be patient though, for sure. This also talks about a split of the chores, a split of the work, if that makes sense. So splitting up your work, splitting up your time kind of thing, so that you can get everything done, so that you can pay attention to every little thing this month is going to be important for you, Taurus. But all in all, it's looking really good, because this really talks about the energy is gaining momentum. This talks about things moving forward. There is potential, there is growth. Just keep at it, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here with me. Do subscribe, like, and all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. All right, for Geminis, we have here the Five of Pentacles, and don't let your past hold you back. This is really interesting. Gemini, for you this month, talks about releasing, okay? Releasing from the emotional burdens, from the responsibilities as well that's holding you back, the past responsibilities, especially the past burdens and everything as well, past losses. There is a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of something spiritual, like of spiritual significance that you have gained through these losses, right? Don't let the past hold you back. This is a South Node energy, so this talks about your past. This talks about, your past wounds as well, like your childhood wounds. This could even talk about actual past lives and the wounds and the karmic cycles that you have carried on from your past lives to now, right? That may really come up to the surface. This is your chance, Gemini. This month of July is the perfect chance for you to let go of what is holding you back, right? The Five of Pentacles does represent feelings of loss, but notice how there is light behind her, but she has her back facing the light, so she can't see what she has gained. She can't see that there are paths, there is an open path right behind her, that there is something here. Hey, play nice. Hey, play nice. Don't take anger out on each other. The hell? You're supposed to be lovers. Moving on. So yeah, there's a lot that you have, perhaps even arguments and stuff. Maybe even my birds are basically saying, yeah, there's been a lot of chaos. There's been a lot of arguments, perhaps words that you're holding on to, Gemini, that this month of July may come up for you to release, for you to let go of, okay? There's a lot in the past that happened that could have really been holding you back from pursuing your dreams, from going towards your successful path, from going towards your financial success as well, some sort of material gains for you that could really be holding you back because of the past, right? So this month of July for you, Gemini, is all about letting go, is all about allowing these wounds to come to the surface, because they are important, they matter, they need to be heard, right? And so for you, Gemini, this really talks about letting go and moving on kind of thing, right? This month of July for you is definitely good for that, basically, right? So thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll speak to you soon, Geminis. All right. For Cancers, this month of July, you have here the Hierophant, and you have what do you need to release. Also, happy birthday to Cancers, right? This is your birthday month. Okay, so with the Hierophant over here and what do you need to release? This talks about something that you do need to release for sure, but this really talks about putting it in a very sort of like traditional, sort of like moral kind of way, if that makes sense, right? Because the Hierophant is a very traditional kind of energy, is a very sort of like spiritual kind of energy as well. They take every sort of like life mishap as a form of spiritual growth, as something that can be taught in terms of like spirituality, if that makes sense, right? So think about like a preacher or something, think about a priest, think about a spiritual teacher or something. I don't like using the word guru, but it has a kind of like negative connotation to me. But anyway, like a spiritual guru or something like that, right? Someone who is sort of like using these lessons and using life's challenges to learn from and to gain some sort of experience, and then to teach these to others, right? The Hierophant is someone who you can seek advice from because they are very, very knowledgeable. They are very wise, right? This is giving like Merlin type of energy. Maybe Merlin is even coming through right now for some of you who it resonates with, right? But Cancers, basically this month of July for you is to get really serious about what you need to release, about what you need to let go of, about the certain traditions, the certain habits, the certain play nice, the certain habits and rules that you have going on in your life that you need to release, right? Hey, play nice. Come on, guys. So yeah, there is also about learning something to do with religious tradition, something to do with like religion in a sense as well, and also about taking in sort of like all of the information that you can get from different sort of religions. So if that resonates for you, there is definitely something about building knowledge here this month of July for you, Cancer. And there's definitely something about getting really serious about the rules that you have going on that do not serve you anymore, or that prevent you from being this wise sort of energy, right? From you to embody this Hierophant energy kind of thing, right? From you to teach kind of thing, right? So those things that are blocking you from being this energy, from being in this growth energy kind of thing, has to go kind of thing, right? So this is your month to do that, Cancer. And thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, for Leos here we have the Five of Swords and we have emotions are running high. Okay, very interesting. And I'm really noticing the purples going on over here. So maybe purple, inviting more purple into your energy this month for you, Leo, will be really helpful. Will kind of give you some sort of spiritual cleansing, if that makes sense, right? Also moon bathing and stuff, right? So just a few tips over there that you can do for this month, because it does seem like a little bit of a heavy month. Not all the time, but in the sense that there is something here that you know, like that there is some sort of betrayal here that happened to you, right? And if it hasn't already, this is not to scare you. I hate getting messages like this, oh my god, but I am the reader, so I am supposed to like give you the energy and the messages how they come out. Don't worry, because it's not going to be something heavy. It's something that you're going to notice that you have to release, right? Emotions running high, it's a super moon, okay? It's something that has come to the surface that was so big, some sort of big betrayal that happened to you in the past, that really is still holding. Hey, play nice. Hey, play nice, please. Please. Thank you. So yeah, it's something that makes sense, because I got really frustrated. There was so much noise going on. I actually like yelled at my birds, and I don't like to do that, but it's like it was like an overwhelm, right? So you could really be feeling like that this month of July, Leo, that things are really overwhelming. You might be getting really tired about something. Something has just reached its peak and has to be released kind of thing, right? Something has to be, but in order to release it, you have to kind of understand it as well. You have to kind of like embrace it as it is and allow yourself to explode if you have to. Not in terms of like hurting others, but scream into a pillow or scream into the forest or something like that, right? Do something that is healthy for your release of these emotions before they get all pent up, basically, right? There is something about maybe someone who had betrayed you in the past who might be coming back to talk to you this month of July, that will kind of bring up all these wounds, because this person, if you are dealing with this kind of person, they have not fully recognized or are aware of how much damage they caused to you, of how much they hurt you kind of thing, right? And so this really then talks about your emotions may really come up to the surface this month of July, right? And it could really sort of like bring about all these wounds and these angers and these feelings and these emotions that make you want to explode, right? But it's kind of necessary for you this month to go through it. You are kind of guided as well. I'm noticing, you know, how crows can make a lot of noise, and it's like the sound literally overwhelmed me right now, right? If this is the case, if there's a lot of noise going on around you as well, the best thing for you, Leo, is to seek some sort of sanctuary, is seeking some sort of sacred place or space that you can be quiet, that you can hear your own thoughts, that you can process your emotions as well, right? That you can really allow them to fill you up so that you can release it. It's trying to tell you something this month, Leo, okay? So it may be a little bit of a heavy month. It's not something that you can't handle, right? Definitely emotions are meant to be felt and everything. The more you avoid them, though, the bigger it will get. So this is your month to really face that and to really embrace it and everything, and then release it, right? So thank you so much, Leos. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, the month of July for Virgos here, you have the Two of Wands and you have nothing is yet set in stone. Really interesting. Hold on. Babies, please keep the voice down. Thank you. Okay, so they're not even gonna listen to me. I don't know why I ask, but anyway. So yeah, Virgo, for this month of July, you have the Two of Wands and nothing's yet set in stone. So things are seeming a little bit fiery. Things are seeming a little bit all over the place. For some of you, you could be trying to move or even moving out of the country or something like that, right? There's a lot of movement going on, especially judging by the waves that's happening over here. Nothing's set in stone. It's not calm yet. Things are all over the place. It's best for you now not to discuss or make solid plans while the chaos is still sort of like, while you're in the midst of the chaos kind of thing, but instead sort of like wait for it to settle a little bit, but make your plans, right? Don't take any action per se yet, because the Two of Wands really talks about taking matters into your own hands. So two sides of this coin over here in terms of two separate messages. For some of you, it's like you know, that things are chaotic right now and you have to take matters into your own hands. You have to take action in order to move out of this instead of staying stuck, right? And for the other sides of you, it's like things need to, like, you need to wait for things to settle down before making the plans to travel and stuff, if that makes sense, right? And this more seems like the chaos more seems external. Okay, so if the chaos is feeling internal, then it could kind of be the former of, you know, taking matters into your own hands kind of thing. But I mean, it can kind of mean both ways. Take it how it resonates, really, because the chaos could be internal or external this month. Either way, for some of you, you're meant to take matters into your own hand, take actions right now. For the other half of you, it's meant to like wait a little bit until things calm down for you to then move forward with a clear mind, with a clear path kind of thing, right? So this month of July for you Virgos, there's a lot of movement for sure. There's a lot of waiting. You have the world in your hands. You have the vision and everything as well. If there is something that is holding you back from moving forward, try and figure out what it is, because notice how he has his back face towards the chaos, towards the heavy waves and everything. It's like he wants to move forward to the calmer waters here, and I hope that you can see this. I'm not going to lift the cards up because I know that my nails aren't done properly, so they might pop out, and I don't want to get into that. So yeah, it's like you're looking towards the calmer waters, but there's still something holding you back towards the chaos. So try and figure out what that might be. Try and figure out what it is in terms of maybe a spiritual block or a sort of like actual external block kind of thing that is kind of preventing you from moving forward, right? This could also just be an internal thing as well, right? The internal chaos, wanting you to stay comfortable in the chaos, or maybe, you know, having that like fear of missing out on what could be kind of thing if you just go through with it, you know, if you just go through with the chaos or all that stuff. So do take that how it resonates, Virgo, but there is a lot of movement. There is two different messages here that's basically saying either wait or take matters into your own hands right now kind of thing, right? Don't hold back and everything. Take it how it resonates. Sink in with yourself first. If you're not sure, it's a no for now kind of thing, right? If you're not sure yet, sit with it for a little bit. But if you just know, like, yeah, no, I'm holding myself back, I have to move forward from this, then that's your message, right? Thank you so much, Virgos, for being here with me. Do like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Okay, so Libras, for the month of July here, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And you have step out of your comfort zone. Ooh, I like this energy for you, Libras. Because this really talks about this month of July for you is great for stepping out of your comfort zone. Is great for putting yourself out there, right? But you don't have to do it in like an explosive kind of way, like go straight in. Take small steps at a time to show yourself, right? To make yourself be seen and heard and all that stuff, right? Put in the effort day to day and the hard work and the patience to allow yourself to grow, to allow yourself to sort of like do something that you fear every single day. A small thing, a little thing that scares you every single day will have your body get used to handling fear and dealing with fear and dealing with things that scare you a little bit, right? So you're slowly working your way up towards handling fear, towards facing your fear, you know, towards living fearlessly is the better way to put it, kind of thing, right? So it takes some practice, it takes some patience, it takes some thorough work, it takes some self-improvement as well in order to step out of your comfort zone, in order to sort of like slowly allow yourself to accumulate to growth and success, right? It's like if you suddenly wake up and you have everything that you ever needed, all the money, all the success and everything, you've missed the journey. That's for one. And the journey is the most important part, right? Because that's where the growth lies, those are where the lessons and experience lie as well, right? So you've missed on that. But also you may not be able to fully handle all of that. You may not be able to fully handle all that success and all that sort of like growth kind of thing all at once, right? So you have to slowly practice in stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're all good. This is the North Node as well. So this is working towards your North Star. This is working towards your life purpose kind of thing, right? Towards what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime, what you desire in this lifetime, right? This is like your actual North Star, right? So yeah, there's something about putting in the effort, putting in the work, the hard work, the patience and all of that to work towards your success, to work towards your North Node kind of thing, to step out of the comfort zone, to reach your goals, right? And this is a young energy. So this is giving that there is room for growth, and that's a beautiful thing, right? So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Scorpios, for the month of July here, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have you and your loved ones are safe. Ooh, that's so cute. And also a new moon. Cancer, we have just passed the new moon in Cancer a few days ago, so something significant could have happened during that time, or in the next new moon in Cancer, whatever it may be, kind of thing, right? So this really talks about a very protective energy. This month of July, Scorpios, you may feel very protective, you may feel very like on edge kind of thing, because you're trying to protect something that you love, right? Perhaps there may have even been some losses or something that you could have gone through, perhaps time less spent with the people that you care about, you know, your loved ones kind of thing, and that's kind of putting you on guard a little bit. On the opposite side of the spectrum, it's like, you know, the inner desire to be around the people that you love and care for, but not being able to, is kind of keeping you closed off, right? So take that how it resonates. I hope that message came out clearly the way it was sounding in my head, because yeah, but anyway, so yeah, this also talks about your emotions, right? This talks about the home as well, okay? So if you're away from your loved ones and stuff, and you're feeling really like you know, you're feeling really like lonesome kind of thing, and very like longing for them and everything, they are safe, they are fine. If you have gone through losses and everything as well, this talks about like you being safe. If you've also gone through something that was quite traumatic, that kind of compromised the safety maybe of your home or something like that, this is if it has happened. This is definitely not a prediction. I'm not feeling that it is, but if this feels like if you have gone through something that was like compromising your safety, this talks about you're safe now, that things are fine, that things are okay, right? You don't have to worry kind of thing, that you and your loved ones are safe, right? So nothing will compromise your safety kind of thing, if that's what you're worried about. So the month for you so the month of July for you Scorpios really talks about that protective energy, right? For some of you, it's about breaking down your boundaries and becoming more open to your loved ones. For others of you, is about creating this protective space, especially if you're worried about, you know, someone infiltrating the safety of your family. And then this doesn't have to be physical safety, but this can also be like emotional safety, psychological safety kind of thing, like, you know, being around toxic people, toxic family kind of thing, right? Take it how it resonates, or like unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy habits and everything, right? So that's what compromising one's safety kind of represents in this case. So this month of July for you Scorpio is all about creating that sacred protective space around you. But also, you don't have to be so paranoid, because you are safe, things are fine. Even though things may be a little bit dark, a little bit bleak right now, the connection that you have with your family, with your loved ones, your friends, whoever it may be, right, those you consider as close family, you know, close to your heart kind of thing, is going to be very helpful for your growth this month, especially if you've been kind of closed off, if you've been kind of, you know, feeling disconnected and everything. Connections for you to those who you love and care of, and those who care and love you, will really build a close connection and bond kind of thing, right? Will open up this emotional blockages and will warm your heart up a little bit kind of thing, right? I think that's what's coming out. Thank you so much, Scorpios, for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, for the month of July here, you have the Ace of Cups and you have communication is key. Oh my God, Sagittarius. Why is this giving love energy? This is giving like new relationships kind of thing, which is really cutie. But okay, why do I feel like I also missed on a sign? I hope I didn't. I think we're good. Okay. So Sagittarius, Ace of Cups, communication is key. Basically, this is like this month of July for you is all about love. And if you love someone, if you are feeling very close to someone, if you are feeling romantic feelings towards someone, communication is key, okay? This is like a new beginning for you, Sagittarius. This is like a way to really look at the duality of things, because this, okay, Gemini energy, right? You're talking about the twins. This talks about duality. This talks about seeing different perspectives, seeing both sides of the coin kind of thing. But there is a calmness to this energy. It's not like in a chaotic sort of like yin and yang, sort of like a what's the whatever, Jackal and Dr. Hyde or something. Yeah, Dr. Hyde and something like that, right? I can't believe I forgot. Oh my God. But yes, that kind of, you know, whatever, Dr. Hyde, something like that. Yeah. Jekyll and Hyde, whatever it is. Anyway, so it's like not like that, where it's like a disconnection, where it's like good and evil kind of thing. This is more like of an understanding that there are two sides of the coin. This is more like of an acceptance that there are two sides of you as well, right? There's a side of you that could be really, really closed off to love, that could be really afraid of love and everything. And another side of you that could be very open to it. And it's not like a fighting sort of sense. It's more like an acceptance, like both these parts are myself. Both of these I understand are a part of me kind of thing, right? And there's an acceptance. Now it's like when you get to that acceptance, it's like now you're able to communicate exactly how you're feeling, because there's no shame, there's no embarrassment, there's no sort of like any sort of feelings of, you know, like being too vulnerable kind of thing, right? That could sabotage you. There's no sense of that. It's more like, okay, this is me, you take what you get kind of thing, right? There is something definitely this month of July for you, Sagittarius, about connecting with the people that you love, especially the one person that you love. This represents a new relationship for sure. Some of you Sagittarius are definitely going to get into a relationship, one where you understand each other's differences, one where there's this just a calm sense of communication between the both of you kind of thing, right? And yeah, so really that's the messages that's coming through, right? Be open, Sagittarius, okay? Especially if this is at the beginning, this is where you understand yourself, as well as how you know, how you love and everything as well, and how you want to be loved, kind of thing, right? It's all about the duality. It's all about the acceptance of, you know, of the differences, kind of thing, this month of July for you, Sagittarius. It's seeming very calm. It's seeming very emotionally connected as well, right? You're going to be doing the things that you love this month, and yeah, just overall being like filling your own cup, right? This is about loving others, but also loving yourself, right? It's also about giving within as well as giving outwards, right? But knowing that when you give yourself first, it fulfills you in a certain way that you can give like to others, and you can sort of like give to outside of you, kind of thing, and it won't sort of like take away from you, if that makes sense, right? Especially if you've been dealing with that energy in the past, right? So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Super exciting. Oh my god, happy for you if this is your case, for sure. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Capricorns, for the month of July here, you have the Empress, and you have, ooh, this is so gorgeous. Something about these colors that's just so wow. And the darkness over here, the new moon here, and then just the bright on the outside, and oh, look at the colors just really matching up. Oh my god, what a very spiritual month for you, Capricorns. A new start is definitely coming. This really represents something that you have been wanting to manifest for a very long time is starting to come to fruition, right? Something is being given birth to. Something is, this could actually mean a literal birth, where this month is where you, this month of July is where you give birth. Or it's something like, in a metaphysical term, in a sort of like, you know, a sort of material term as well, kind of thing, right? Something is being born. Something is being created here. Something is, it's like a new beginning, right? There is a new goal that you're going to be working on, Capricorn, that's going to feel very fulfilling. This talks about new plans and everything as well. This talks about a new slate, a new beginning. For some of you, this is, okay, there's no really movement involved, but there is something of a new location. There is something of a location that you're going to go to that's going to be like, you know, just sort of like bring about this sense of like fulfillment, this overwhelming sense of fulfillment. You could even get some really, really big idea that could really take things off, like, and it's something that's unique. It's something that not everyone is doing, kind of thing, right? So it's something that is like completely new, is different, is, you know, like I said, unique kind of thing, right? So there's something here, Capricorn, that's coming about, and I'm not being told specifics of it, and I hate when it happens, but oh my god, I just have to respect what Spirit is saying, right? Because any sort of like information or knowledge or, you know, knowing of the happenings of the future can essentially alter future events, right? So sometimes Spirit keeps messages a little bit of a secret, even from the messengers, because we don't want to give too much, basically, is what they say. So there's something new here, okay, Capricorns, something that is coming to fruition, some sort of transformation that happens. This could even to do with the self. It's like a sudden spiritual awakening that just changes your entire being, you know, you like your whole self. This is a glow up, this is a new you kind of thing, right? And you've worked hard on it. It could be that you have been like self-growing and self-improving for so many years, and there's still some things that kind of like that still kind of repeat, and it's just gotten to a point where it's like, oh my god, I just can't deal with this anymore. But suddenly this is giving that energy of suddenly you wake up and everything is just changed. Everything is different. And it comes from the mental. It comes from the spiritual sense. You're being given some sort of spiritual magic, some sort of spiritual energy here that allows you to shift this energy, that allows you to transform this energy. Basically, this month of July is very important for your growth, Capricorns. It's very important to take tabs, to be aware of your surroundings, and to take note of the new ideas that come through, the new lifestyle that you want to. This talks about a change of goals. This talks about a change of lifestyle and everything as well, based on how far you've come, based on your spiritual growth kind of thing, right? So there's a change here, a very good, beautiful, big change. There's something that is being born here the month of July for you, Capricorn, and it's something that's going to transform your entire self. It's something that's going to bring about a shift in your energy, right? That just brings all this sort of glow. You know, I can't explain it. It's something that you'll definitely feel. My words are not describing this energy and this visual that's coming through. It's kind of like what you see is what you get kind of thing, right? This is exactly what is happening for you in the month of July. Like how this looks is exactly what's happening kind of thing, right? Fruits to bear kind of thing, right? Lots of amazing, abundant things to have for yourself, and you have worked hard for it, right? So be prepared for that, Capricorn. Really looking forward to that for you for sure, right? That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh, please do like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Speak to you soon. Bye. Alrighty, we have Aquarius for the month of July. We have the World card, and oh, this is so beautiful, and I'm loving the earthy colors. I'm loving the browns. Some of you may be farming or something like that, right? Or being in nature, being in a deserted area, like a desert area kind of thing. You could be visiting some desert or something, right? Take that how it resonates, and it could be some sort of spiritual a spiritual retreat in the desert or something like that, a spiritual vacation in the desert, or you go to the desert and it ends up being like a whole spiritual experience kind of thing, right? Take it how it resonates. But the month of July for you, Aquarius, with the World card and the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn also, that could be when this takes place, or something about, yeah, just Capricorn and stuff like that. But there is something that is coming to completion for you, Aquarius. A huge cycle, a closing of a major phase in your life comes to an end, right? It's the end of a tough cycle kind of thing, right? This talks about peace in your mind. Some sort of argument or some sort of conflict has reached a very peaceful conclusion where everyone is happy, where everyone felt heard kind of thing, right? So there is something here that talks about a completion, that talks about a full circle kind of thing, right? And talks about the peace and the forgiveness being in your hands. Something about this month for you, Aquarius, that basically encourages you to close out the things that don't bring peace, the things that don't belong anymore, right? Complete whatever you need to complete to create space, right? And yeah, there's something about like there's something about a goal, maybe a career path. This feels major. It really does feel like major, like a big energy that is coming to a close. Something that you have decided yourself that, okay, I'm done with this path and I'm ready for the new. I'm ready to complete this. It's causing too much conflict. I need something else. I'm feeling called to something else, and I'm going to respect that and hear that kind of thing. This is what that represents. So Aquarius, you could have a shift, right? You could close out a major cycle, maybe a work situation or something, right? And start anew somewhere else. Keep in mind that this is now a completely new phase, like a next phase in your life, and you may not be fully or feel fully prepared, but that is all part of the plan, right? You learn as you go kind of thing. There is some nervousness about closing out this cycle for sure that's coming through, but it really talks about mainly being at peace, because it's something that you feel deep within you that is, you know, that's like meant to, like that's meant to sort of like move you forward, if that makes sense, right? It's meant to be this way. This is like destiny kind of thing, right? So Aquarius, this next month, the month of July for you, really talks about, you know, closing out that cycle, something coming to full circle, some phase that is closing out, right? This is like a new beginning for you and everything. This July, there's things that, you know, you're going to be finishing off and everything, right? There may be some sense of like, oh, you know, I can't believe it's coming to an end. It's kind of like graduation. For some of you, you could be graduating, you could be completing school or something like that as well, right? Take it how it resonates. But there's some sense of completion here. There's some sort of sense of closing out. It's like, okay, now ready for the world, ready for this new experience kind of thing, right? And that's what's happening for you this month of July, Aquarius. Super exciting. Definitely welcome it with open arms. But there is like, it's more like, you know, like it's a long time coming. Not really a long time coming, but it's like, okay, I've prepared for this ending. I'm more than ready to close this out. I'm more than ready for this new beginning kind of thing, right? So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please do share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. And finally, we have here Pisces, the month of July. You have the Eight of Swords, and adjustments are required. Oh yeah, oh my Pisces. First of all, okay, you're gonna do fine. All right, you're gonna do great. There's a lot of darkness, a lot of dark purples happening around, meaning that you could feel kind of clouded, right? Clouded in your mind and everything as well. Things not being fully seen, right? Things not being fully completed, because this talks about the third quarter moon, right? So it's basically, and how it's showing in the picture is like basically like halfway, right? So it's half lit, half not. You understand the half of it kind of thing is what this is saying, right? But adjustments are required for you to understand the whole sort of situation. So this month of July for you, Pisces, is all about understanding the negative cycles that are keeping you trapped. Now, keep in mind, these are all to do with thoughts, and they could be beliefs based on wounds and stuff like that as well. Beliefs that are not true. Beliefs, and this is the thing, right? Your thoughts could really feel real. They could feel like truth. And that's where the whole thing of like, you know, your thoughts create your reality. This is exactly that. It's in a very, very literal sense, because the Eight of Swords represents feeling trapped, okay, mentally, but keeping yourself trapped in negative cycles, in your negative thoughts kind of thing, right? In these negative thought patterns, allowing the chaos or the outside opinions, the sort of like, you know, just like outside people, the hurts and everything that you went through to define you, to keep you trapped kind of thing, to allow those opinions to shape who you are. That's no more now. In this month of July kind of thing is more for you to be aware of these that are coming through, aware of the thoughts that need adjustment, that need the lies that need to be bunked kind of thing, right? That need to be busted. Those kind of things. It's not about ignoring it completely. You are transforming it. You are sort of like talking to it in a sense that it's like, you know, kind of like talking to a liar in a sense, right? You're catching them out on lies, but not in a sort of like in a harsh kind of way and being hard on yourself, more in a compassionate, understanding kind of way, right? There's a lot of darkness around, and not like literally, I mean, it could be literally and stuff, but just like in your energy that's coming through, and it's really being shaped, or it's kind of like being created by your thoughts. It's being created by allowing the chaos to define your thoughts, to define who you are and your reality kind of thing, right? So this month of July for you Pisces really talks about basically getting clear on your thoughts, getting clear on the lies within, on the negative thought patterns that are keeping you stuck, right? Making the necessary adjustments in your life, in your environment, within yourself kind of thing, to release yourself from these traps, right? To release yourself from the negative thought cycles and everything, right? So that's really what this talks about. It's a very, very clear message. And don't tell all the other signs, but I am going to pull for you an extra card. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so glad I did. Oh my God, don't tell on me. You're literally the only sign that I pulled an extra card for. But anyway, it's almost like you kind of needed it a little bit more. But the sun is beautiful, because through all this, once you release, you realize the joy that you have around you. You realize how much joy and love and happiness that you have within that was hiding because of your thoughts keeping them stuck down, right? Notice how you're going to be surrounded by sunflowers and beautiful butterflies and light. as opposed to clouded darkness, noisy crows. It's like the crows are being replaced by butterflies, transforming those thoughts and opinions, right? And then the swords are being transformed by like sunflowers, right, which talks about gentleness, talks about happiness, talks about, you know, like, and the sunflowers, they tend to, I don't know if they do that anymore, to be honest, but they tend to follow the sun, right? They tend to always face the sun. It's like always looking at the sun, always looking at the bright side, always looking at the positive side of things, right? That's really what's going to help. Okay, instead of being stuck in this negative, clouded thought patterns kind of thing, try to see the light in life. Try to see where the sun shines, right? Also, it's like two ends of the spectrum. Okay, make those necessary adjustments to make your lifestyle more fulfilling, more positive, and more like happy and joyous for yourself, right? And that is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.